there's a nice graph.
It is tempting to refer to people like Brian Graham as the heart of an organization. But he much prefers to be associated with a different part of the body.
The heart is the glamour organ, of course. I really found the lung, from an engineering point of view, to be a whole lot more interesting than the heart. And because there's so much more going on in the lung. And that's what really got me engaged.
And perhaps these more humble yet vitally important organs represent the perfect metaphor for the man who has spent the last 32 years quietly championing their health in the province and around the world as CEO of the Lung Association of Saskatchewan.
Brian is probably one of the most humble people that I know and is exceptionally skilled on so many fronts. He's got an amazing ability to inspire and motivate people to work hard with the same passions that he has, which are for lung health.
People often don't realize that for the past 32 years, there's this brilliant mind right here in Saskatoon that has been quietly working away, doing amazing research.
With both a technical background and a passion for public health, Graham's association with the organization began back when it was the Anti-Tuberculosis League, as he helped computerize records and worked in fundraising.
And the league asked me, because I was so familiar with the organization, if I would consider taking on the role. And the notion was that it would be sort of part-time and short-term. That was, about 32 years ago.
His early efforts included working with potash miners and grain handlers to both test and research lung function.
And it was just not effective to try to bring them all into a center like Saskatoon, which had the equipment. So we took one of the old X-ray vans, because it already had the portable X-ray unit in it, which was one of the tests we need to do.
He has been instrumental in reducing tobacco use in the province and increasing education for patients who suffer from the 35 different types of lung disease. He also continued the fight against TB internationally by traveling to Ecuador to not only treat patients, but to teach more than 3,500 locals to do the same.
We wanted it to be sustainable, so that it wasn't just the Canadians coming down and doing things, it was Canadians coming down, working with the Ecuadorians, helping them to develop a kind of program that they could continue on into the future.
And he helped develop a procedure for measuring gas transfer in the lungs that is being adopted around the world.
Just this year, there were new international standards developed for that test. And so I was the chair of the international committee that developed those standards, and in fact they're going to be published next month.
After 3+ decades with the organization, Graham has decided to retire. He will continue his research work, but otherwise will be taking a bit of a breather.
It's about time for a rest to begin with. I feel like I've done some good things, but there comes a time when probably we need some new, young, fresh people in here with new ideas.
In Saskatoon, I'm Simon Hyatt reporting.